Paper 1 revision. Start a competition. Write down all the language techniques you can think of in a list. The winner has the most correct. Lesson objectives. All learners will revise the main aspects of Paper 1 by question and answer and practice a Paper 1 past paper. Section A. Reading. How many texts are there in Paper 1? Is Paper 1 fiction or non-fiction? What's in the different questions and how many marks does each get? There's one text in Paper 1. Paper 1 is fiction. Question 1 is write 4 things about the subject, 4 marks. Question 2 is about language, 8 marks. Question 3 is about structure, 8 marks. Question 4 is do you agree, 20 marks. Question 5 is write a story or description, 40 marks, 24 for content and organisation and 16 for spelling, punctuation, sentences and grammar. In which order do you do the questions? Do the questions in reverse order. 5, that's the writing question. 4, 3, 2, 1. What technique do you use for questions 2 to 4? Point, you say what the author's saying. Examples and technique, you say how they're saying it. And analysis. Why? Further implications, understanding, and questions that might be raised by what they've written. Section B. Writing. What are the choices of tasks that you might be asked to write? You might be asked to write a story opening, or a description. If you're asked to write a story or a story opening, what should you consider? Consider the length and paragraph number. Consider the setting, make it interesting. For example, an interesting time, country, or situation. You could use an interesting perspective, for example, the view of a pet. You need to know whether to leave a cliffhanger, for example, at the end of a story opening. It's really important to use language techniques for beauty and engagement, and don't forget structural techniques. You can add a twist for a surprise. Remember the graffiti story. Make sure you use a variety of sentences. For example, add a couple of minor sentences for emphasis or tension. Make sure your sentence punctuation, commas and a semicolon are all in there and used correctly. Writing a description. There are some other things you should remember when you're writing a description. Remember all your 5 senses and, additionally, emotions. Make sure you use plenty of techniques when you're writing a description, especially metaphors. and use varied adjectives, adverbs and other vocabulary.